I got a Swift and I got a yarn winder. Let's see if I can actually wind a hank of yarn. Okay, in Joann's going out of business sale, I decided to buy a Swift while I was there. I don't really think, at the time I did not need it. I was just like, maybe this might be a good investment. It was on sale, so I picked one up. So this is the K&C brand Swift from K&C, and so yeah, let's see how it works. I've not used it yet. I did open it up just so that I could read the instructions and be prepared for this video. What I'm going to do to start is I think I'm going to just do everything right here on my coffee table. And so there's there's two little keys on this. So this key will keep the umbrella open, and this key will actually lock it into place on the table. Hopefully this actually works on this table, but we'll see. We'll see. And then my yarn winder is from Kato, and I ordered this one a while back. I knew I wanted one that I could electrically wind yarn so that it was fast. And so I got this one. So it does plug into the wall, and then there's this little stopper thing here that connects it to the table. And I can't remember if I want to say this curved too much for this. Well, wait a minute, we'll try it out and see what happens. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna start by attaching this to the table. Oh, this is the same way. I think the curve is too much on the edge of this. We might have to switch. Tables. We'll see here. We'll see how this goes. Nope, that's not gonna work. Shoot. Okay, maybe I'll go get my crafting table because I think those edges are pretty squared off. So let's do that. It's the next day. I did not get done yesterday what I had planned. I really needed this yarn wound yesterday. The reason why is because I started a knit along for the Harlow beanie. It started yesterday, so I needed the yarn wound by yesterday. But I was gone all day, so it really didn't matter because I wasn't working on it anyway. I just wanted to have it done so that I could start working on it today. But now we're not working on it today yet because we need to do this. So here we are. I've never wound yarn before. I mean, granted, I've taken a skein of yarn and just wound it with my yarn winder. So I know what I'm doing there, but I've never had to use the Swift. We'll see how this goes. How everything works is, I probably should have watched a YouTube video on this. If I was smart, I would have watched a YouTube video. I mean, that's why I make YouTube videos, right? To help you guys get smarter on things. Sometimes I don't take my own advice. I just wing it. 95% of my life is winged. We just wing it all and figure it out as we go. This doesn't want to stay on here either. What am I doing wrong? Okay, user error. We got this now. Just have to have everything straight, not all twisted up. My these have little rubber feet on them, and half the feet were not on the table. So we got it. We're good now. That should be good. I have a extension cord with my plug-in for this because the cord that it comes with is very short, which is kind of a bummer. I wish if I was going to give a review to Kato, I would say make the cord longer. All right, so now we hook up this thing. So we have the teeth on the bottom to hook it to the table, and then we have the teeth up here to hold the umbrella open. I know we kind of talked about that yesterday, but today's a new day. All right, so now they say to like slightly open it. They say to slightly open it because your skein of yarn, when you open this up, like you want it to sit on there nicely, and then you'll open it all the way. It's like you set it on there just to like get it on and then tighten it. We'll see how this works. Okay, so I have a skein of Pishkin yarn from Farmer's Daughter's Fibers. This color is Pretty Shield. It's kind of like a rust color, sort of. So the Harlow Beanie is a brioche knit hat, and so with brioche knit, you have kind of like a two-toned effect. And I have a pair of Nikes that are like baby blue and rust colored, and so I wanted to do a like matching kind of thing with those Nikes. So we'll see how we get. Okay, so then the next skein of yarn that I have is the Dream State by Spin Cycle Yarns, and this one is called 11th Hour. That's kind of cute. I love the little labels on these. I'm gonna save the labels just for like, I don't know, just to kind of like collect fun labels. Anyway, so yeah, so I got these both at the Farmer's Daughter's Fibers. I actually live in the town that their shop is at, and so it's perfect for me because I can go there and shop in person. Well, most of you probably have to shop with them online, unfortunately. So we open the skein, you just unwind it, and then there should be this little like tied part right here. This is what keeps it separated. I think I'm gonna have to stand up for this. Okay, so you get it on there like that, and then open it all the way. Probably don't want it super tight either. Okay, so there, look, it looks pretty. So now I'm gonna need to grab a little thing of scissors so I can cut the tied part that kind of holds it together. So be right back. Got scissors. Gotta make sure I don't cut the wrong thing. So I'm assuming this will be the outside part. All right, so then what you need to do from here is connect it to the ball winder. This might be too close. I don't know. We'll see. I, again, am winging this. You run everything up here. This little, like, these little levers right here with the springs, it helps keep tension on the yarn so that it's not getting, like, super loose as you are spinning it. Okay, so then now what you do, there's little, like, raised edges on the top of the Kato machine that says, like, to fasten it, you're gonna go this direction. Hopefully I have that right. Okay. Let's hope this works. I do like this machine because it does have a like stopping feature, so like it doesn't keep going if the yarn is tangled up, which is nice. I mean, this thing is not quite as powerful as like the one that they have at the yarn store, but it'll do. I mean, I feel like I shouldn't have to keep doing this, but like I said, this thing isn't super powerful. There is a like plus and minus, so like it's higher power or less power, but I don't know if you can tell from this mic, but the Kato is super quiet. It's not like obnoxiously loud. I mean, I don't know if there's ones out there that are loud. Yarn winders, at least. Even the Swift is quiet too, actually. I wonder if because this is too close, it's just not wanting to pull it as much. Who knows? It's like not enough leverage to get it to go. It could totally be user error too. Who knows? It's working though, that's all that matters. And we do have a cake that's going to be finished, so that's all that matters. The yarn, the Dream State yarn, has a little bit of this rust color in it. So I like that. It kind of has like this, like these little pops of this rust color. So I feel like they'll go together really well. Plus they're pretty opposite on the spectrum, the color spectrum. So I feel like in the brioche style, it'll really pop. Listen, for this little rinky-dink home setup, this works just fine. I could have probably just wound it by hand too and made a little cake by hand, but this works a little bit easier. Ideally, I would not have to sit here and babysit this thing, but like I said, I don't know if maybe because they're too close together, but I also wanted something that I could like, well, I'm working on this little table and it's not little, it's actually a 6-foot table. And so it's super wide and I couldn't get the whole shot in my phone. So we're working on the edge of the table for this project. Like I said, for a little home like thing, that wasn't bad. That was pretty manageable. Look how cute it is. It's so cute. There's just something about a cake of yarn that like, it's just satisfying. It really is. We'll tuck in that little edge. And I'm a center pull person, so the center pull is actually pretty easy to find because of how you wind it in here. So that's kind of cool. All right, so Dream State is done. And now we will start the Pishkin by Farmer's Daughter Fibers. So this one we're gonna open it up. How this works is you just kind of, they're tucked into each other. So you just like pop it off and then unwind it. And then there's 2 little knots here which hold this together, and then there's one more set over here. Okay, so then we'll cut these little pieces. I wonder if we should try going this way. We're gonna try that on this one and see what happens. But we also need to cut this one. So we got this one cut. We're gonna try, no, we need to go this way. This is the outside of the skein. So the other way was the inside of the skein. All right, so we'll wind this up, or attach this up here. I'm so excited to have these done because now I feel like I can actually work on this project. Like I said, the knit along started yesterday on Ravelry, and so I'm a little behind, and the pictures are due Monday for this project. And I've never brioche knit before. I've actually only done a handful of knit projects, so it'll be fun. I don't really know what I'm getting into, but that's okay. I feel like you should open this up. Maybe that's my problem. That seems better. All right, well, I'm gonna take off. You guys got this, right? I'm just kidding. I will stay here and watch this, especially since I'm new to this. Did you know that they say that you are not supposed to cake a yarn until you're ready to use it? Like if it's in a hank, you shouldn't cake it until you're actually ready to use it, which I thought was really interesting. I think it kind of like stretches and pulls and like makes it wonky, I think, if I remember what I read right. Normally I would have just had this wound in the store, but they actually aren't doing same day winding anymore. And so I just didn't want to wait and come back. I don't know. I was like, which I should have probably just done anyway, because I had to wait to get this going. So we actually have 2 yarn stores in our town, which is really cool. Like specialty yarn stores, like that sell like specialty wool skeins and stuff. But we also have Michael's and Hobby Lobby and Joann for now. But it's fun to go to the specialty stores and buy like a fancy skein of yarn, because they just have some really cool things. I also like to get yarn if we're traveling. I like to buy yarn from a specialty store wherever we're at, which is kind of cool, you know, just to pick something up when you're out and about. So this knit along is for Memorial Day weekend. It's like a weekend long knit along. And I'm hoping that we don't get too busy this weekend and that I can get this done by Monday. The pictures are due Monday, and there's a chance to win some prizes if you get it finished and get it posted. So that's kind of exciting. I will also make sure and tag pattern calls for spin cycle yarns, like in the pattern. And the creator, I don't know where she's from. She's not from our area though, but she is, I will make sure actually to put her name down below, because I can't remember it off the top of my head. She's actually new to me. I've never used any of her patterns before. Again, I'm like newer to knitting. I don't knit that often. I'm more of a crocheter, but every now and again, I just want something like different from crochet. Like it gets kind of boring, I think, just doing the same thing all the time. And so I like to challenge myself. And so doing a knitting project is a challenge. I'm newer to knitting, so it's fun to have something that's challenging and kind of gets me out of my box a little bit. The inside of the Farmer's Daughter Fiber hank says, "Thank you for supporting the Farmer's Daughter Fibers. We are a small dye operation in the heart of Montana. Our yarns are inspired by our Blackfeet heritage, Western culture, and Montana roots. Find out what we are up to on our website, farmersdaughterfibers.com, or Instagram." And then it gives you the instructions. So like hand wash the knit in room temp water, testing first for color fastness, share with using their hashtag. That's kind of fun to add that on there. I know that they're big supporters of like missing and endangered or missing Indigenous women. So it's kind of cool. They just like, they have something they put their efforts towards, which is neat. Like something they're supporting, and I don't know, I like that. I like when companies give back to different needs in the community. And so I don't know, I think that's kind of cool. All right, last skein done. It's just so satisfying. So this one definitely is bigger than the other one, which, I mean, we could tell from the hank that was the case, but there they are. I think they're gonna look really good together. I feel like they're gonna pop really well. And I think the combo of the colors, like they're just, like I said, they're opposite on the spectrum. So I think they'll pop in the brioche of the knit. I like that. All right, I need to find the video, the pattern that I bought. Again, I'll link that below also. She has tons of videos to help you get started with this, or with a lot of her patterns. And so I think that's really cool that designers do that, just because if you are new and you don't really know what you're doing, it's nice to have, you know, something to help you get started. And so I'm going to pull those videos out, watch that, and then I will also take you along a little bit of my knitting process of doing the brioche hat. We'll see how far we can get, but hopefully it will be good. All right, so I'll catch you in a few. I'm trying to figure out which one is going to go on top and which one's going to go in the back. I think I've got it.
Over our main color, and then we're going to rotate them around to the base.
I have to watch the video over and over and over again.
You don't have fun. That's exactly what we're doing here. We're just doing it.
I mean, it's twisted up, but go back. I've been doing this for 10 stitches and I'm already messed up. I feel like I just need to watch her do it 500 times and just do it with her. My brain isn't putting it together. What did I do? I'm not seeing it. Problem is now it's all getting twisted up. Messed up. Way back here. I guess we need practice. We're practicing. That's how you get better at something. Is practice. And what'd she say again? I gotta put it to memory. This is ridiculous. I've done this before. I mean, not with 2 yarns, but I sort of did one, but I messed it up. I'm still a little lost, but we're doing it. I didn't even look to see how many I need to cast on. I don't really know how to read knit patterns. I read crochet. We'll figure it out. It's fine. That's a lot. I gotta cast on a lot of them. 30. I've got 30. I don't know if I have the right amount. I think I do. This is where it gets confusing. Everything's all twisted up. How do I know how many I have? It's twisted. So you don't have this problem with crochet. Everything just stays where it's supposed to stay. Actually, I probably didn't mess up last time. How are you supposed to count this? Just hope? Maybe I'll just hope. Hope I got the right number. I mean, I was counting, sorta. I think I need one more. That makes sense, because my first one was blue. And if it's even, my last one should be... I think I got it. What was my main color? Blue. Uh-huh. Everything's twisted.
I am going to lift my first stitch for one.
Wait. What did you say? Wait, where'd you do the working yarn at? Whoa, you got too many on there. What happened? I like Continental better. Can I just switch to Continental right now? I don't like this throwing thing. It takes too much time. I wonder why you gotta throw your yarn to the front and the back. Man, I'll listen, but kind of going on without her. Maybe I should stop and wait. See what she says.